Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Jayflight 29 QBH travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when you're parking. On your campsite, I want you to leave plenty of room for that awning to open. On your off campsite, besides your slide, I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be right behind your tire here. Power cord actually stores inside here. And your water connection is going to be right above it. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once we arrive and unhook our hitch, first thing we're going to do is level our unit. Unit comes with a hand crank. To the right will bring it up, to the left will bring it down. Once you got your unit level, next thing we'll do is stabilize it. All four corners of the unit have these scissor stabilizing jacks. I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads will protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris, keep them from sinking into hot blacktop in the summer. Get you a 4-pack of those with your 10% off coupon. Run these down just until they're taut. Remember, our unit's already level. All we're trying to do at this point is stabilize it. So go ahead and get all four of those down. Once we got our unit level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Again, as I said, power cord stores right inside here. Big long 30 amp cord. Just pull that all the way out and then go plug that in. Now if you need to plug into a 110, you can get a 30 to 15 amp reducer to throw on the end of these, and you can also get a 30 to 50 amp in case your campsite only has 50. Once you got your power hooked up, we'll hook up your water. At campsites, we're going to hook up to a city water connection. Grab your water pressure regulator. Hook that up on here. Hook up your hose. Don't turn your hose on yet. One more step. Right here's your hot water heater. And all we're doing at this point, folks, is make sure that drain plug's back in there. Get that in there nice and snug. Once that's in there tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After that hose has been on for a couple minutes, we're going to go inside and open up our slide. Get in there and open up all of our water lines, your sinks, your showers. Get a nice steady flow of water going through them. Get all the air out of the lines. Once that's all set, you can go ahead and shut that water off and you are all set to camp. Now let's say you're going to go dry camping, or boondocking, some people like to call it. In that case, we're going to fill up our freshwater tank. That is over here on your campsite to the left of your doorway. No need for a water pressure regulator here. You simply grab and fill this with a hose. 2 ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right there, or 2 on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks. There's also a freshwater button. Keep an eye on that when you're filling it up. Once it is full, remove your hose, put that cap on there, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn your water pump on when hooked up to the city water over there. That's already pressurized. All right, we're all set to camp. We got power and water. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit, beginning up here. Your propane has a cover and a regulator. Simply lefty-loosey to open on these. There's your battery posts. Check them every now and then. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose. Come around your off campsite. Big pass-through storage area here. Again, around the rear, starting up top, we've got our hot water heater. Below that, an outdoor shower. 751 key will open that up. This is your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite and dumping your black tanks. Here's your city water connection. Again, your power cord. Down there's a flue for your furnace. A few things on that. One, if you run your furnace to clear that, it does get hot. They sell bug guards for those as well. Make sure that's never blocked as well. Some more storage back here. Here's where you plug in your cable or satellite. Get a ladder, go up there, check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. Keep an eye on that a couple times a year. Check that out. This is the other side of your storage. There's a hand crank to pull down your awning. Inside here is a hand crank for your spare tire. Your awning, I'm going to send you a video on how to pull these awnings down. Got a couple outdoor speakers, a porch light, a vent for your hood range, access to the back of your fridge. Again, our potable water, a couple of 110s. Usually where that potable water is where our freshwater drain is. To the right of that will be your quick connect LP. Over here is our regular low point drains. A couple of 110s out here. And the other side of our storage. Well, it covers everything out here. Let's take a look on the inside. Alright, coming up inside your unit, first thing I always like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. All the way up to my left is going to be the control panel. We'll hop in here and turn on our lights. That'll light up the unit a little bit. Real quick up top, we'll show you this is control panel showing you a brand new battery. Fresh black and gray tanks. That freshwater one's the one I said to keep an eye on when you're filling up your potable water. Now here's where you turn on your water pump to get to that potable water. Here's where you turn on your water heater hooked to gas, your water heater hooked to electric. It does make a difference. Choose correctly. Slide control. Go ahead and hit out and run that slide out. And again, next to that is lights. Down here, a little 12-volt charger. 110 here. And as that pops out, why did you hear that noise? That's just the slide mechanism saying I'm in all the way or out all the way. Go ahead and let go of the button. These outdoors doors work best when gently slammed. Just lock in good. Down here is a safety alert carbon monoxide and propane detector. Now that's 12 volt, just so you know. It's always running off your battery, so keep that in mind if you're out dry camping. I can see a battery disconnect on this unit, but you may just want to disconnect one of your battery posts if you're going to be gone for the day. Coming up inside the unit, we've got a self-explanatory microwave, a light and fan above our cooktop. These are just go to light, push that in and hit your spark, and those will light up like that. Down below, same thing on your oven. Push that in, hit your spark over there. That will light your pilot light. Just look and you usually see the reflection of the pilot light lit, and then turn it to your desired temperature. Below that is your breaker box and fuses. You got a ton of 15s down in there. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. Norcold fridge, really easy to control. Turn that on auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. When you unplug, you're running off gas. If that light comes on and starts flashing, check your gas. Over to the right, you're running off gas. 1 through 5, 5 being the coldest. Pretty simple system there. Thermostat, cool to the left, heat to the right. Real simple system here too. There's your access panel to the back of your shower. So that's your water lines. Speaking of water lines, kitchen and bathroom both. Access is here. Keep an eye on things. If you travel a lot, you're bouncing this house up and down the road, you want to make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. You have a hand crank open power exhaust vent in here. Individual lighting as well. Oh, that's from down here, excuse me. 110 with GFCI reset. And flush that when you get to the campsite so that you can put a couple gallons in there. Your black tank will thank you later. Coming back into the bunk room. A lot of individual lighting. We got a hand crank area here, but no vent to that. Here you've got cable and 110 set up for TV and tons of storage in your bedroom. Let's head on out of here. Out into our living room. Just want to mention you can lift this table up off here. Remove those metal legs, put the top right down on top of these wooden pieces, put a couple flat cushions on top, and it gives you another sleeping quarters. And your sofa over here does have this storage to pull out here, and also will jackknife, excuse me, down into another sleeping quarters. Easier with two hands. So make sure you put that back up before you bring your slide in. And here's our sound system. Up here's where you prep for a TV. I just want to mention, when your TV, you run the cable off that into here. Make sure that you have this green light on. That's going to be your digital antenna. It'll allow you to pick up more channels. On the sound system, AM, FM, CD player. And let's see if we can pick up anything out here. There we go. So indoor and outdoor speakers. Yeah, really nice system. You can hear them out there. Or AM/B. It's a nice system. Coming into your bedroom, just want to mention in here, storage underneath here that's accessible from outdoors, so keep that in mind. And lighting. These doors here, you want to have them snapped open for travel. Make sure these aren't bouncing around. Speaking of travel, that about covers everything in here. I do have an antenna and smoke alarm dimension. Smoke alarm's above your sofa here, and your antenna, you bring it all the way to the left when you're going traveling. Crank it up to your right to bring it up. Now let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. What I like to do is start by shutting off these two lights. Now I know any other lights that are on in the unit are individual lights that I turned on. I gotta walk through, shut all them off. We're good back here. Bathroom's good. Make sure your vent in there and your bunk room are closed. Sofa back up. Now I say doors and drawers. Walk through the unit, turn on my interior lights, and make sure all doors and drawers are closed, that nothing's going to impede our slides from coming in. We're just going to hit slide in. Just secure everything for travel. Important to have this door and this door here closed. We don't need to be breaking them off just because we're bringing our slide in. There's that noise I wanted you to hear. Alright, shut off interior lights and exit the unit. Now the biggest thing on these steps, you want to make sure your exterior door is all the way open, otherwise this could catch on it. See how close it comes. Put that in there. Lock that in there. Before you leave the dump station, I want you to lock, deadbolt, lift and turn that handle. That's how you want that for travel. I say after you leave the dump station because you're going to go in there and check out the level of your tanks as you're dumping. If we are out dry camping, we're going to bring up our stabilizing jacks, come down here, dump our fresh water drain, and head on home or to the nearest dump station, whatever we're in need of. If we're at a campsite, we'll unhook our power, our water, our cable, bring up our stabilizing jacks, and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be behind your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Hook up your sewage hose there and pull your black handle. When that sounds like it's empty, go inside, check the level of your black tank. If it shows empty or darn close to it, come back out here, leave that black handle open, grab the hose at the dump station and hook it up to this sewer tank flusher. That is your black tank flush. Again, emphasizing leaving that black handle open. Turn that hose on, let that run for a good 5 minutes. It's gonna wash that black tank out, get all that nastiness out of there. When that's done, remove the hose. Make sure all that washout water you just put in there has drained. Then close that gray, that black, and come back here in front of your tire and pull your gray handle. Now while my grays are draining, I'll go ahead and go to the other side and dump my low point drains. If we're done camping for a while, when them low point drains are done, that's going to relieve some pressure up here. If we're not going to camp for a while, you don't want to leave stagnant water in your hot water heater. Come up here carefully, lift up on this pressure release valve. Now some hot water may come out of there. Push that back down, then you can pour your drain plug. When that gray is done, close that gray handle, take that sewage hose, which has been washed out by cleaner waters, your sinks and showers, and then store it right here in your bumper and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Jayflight for many years to come. Happy camping.